me, care for me, care for me. Hey, care for me, care for me. Said you be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. You said you cry for me, give to me, give. Hey, 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 hey. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. I am so hyped to be back. As y'all can see, I am in a different place. Y'all, I know it's been 2 weeks. I know y'all like, what the heck is going on? We ain't getting no current R&B bangers, but y'all, I got a new spot. You know what I'm saying? And I have moved on up like the Jeffersons, and I am so proud of this place. So I've been getting everything right in it, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to find areas where I can record at. So this is actually the first video I'm recording in the new crib. So it's just dope, you know what I'm saying? But I was ready to get back in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? And give y'all some good R&B music, you know what I'm saying? But as y'all can hear, I came in with Drake's banger, Nice for What. Yo, this song is it. When I heard it, I was like, yo, Drake knows how to cater to his audience. I was like, yo, dude got a banger with this one. So I was like, yo, if I'm going to open current R&B bangers, I got to open with that joint. I mean, you can call Drake a singer, you can call him a rapper, you can just call him an artist, but this song was just dope, and I felt like, let me open with this joint, you know what I'm saying? And listen, Lauren, now this is for you, Lauren. Now you got Drake that used your sample, and you got Cardi B that used your sample for Be Careful. Now listen, your taxes better be right. That's all I got to say. Hello, you getting bread from them using X Factor, okay? So please, I don't want you to go back to jail for no more taxes, because you got paid for these joints, and you about to get paid, because these songs is crazy and about to blow up. But that's neither here nor there. But I am back, y'all, with current R&B bangers. And if you're new to Junior's World of Soul, current R&B bangers are joints that I talk about from indie artists and even signed artists that, you know, that deserve to shine on mainstream radio. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to mainstream radio, they'll tell you that, or they'll give you the impression that R&B is there. And it's not. You know what I'm saying? It is not at all. And I'm here at Junior's World of Soul to give you current R&B bangers every week to prove to mainstream that it's a bunch of BS, you know what I'm saying? But this week, I got six bangers for y'all this week, because I've been gone for 2 weeks. So I'm coming back with 6, y'all, and these are certified bangers, I'm telling you. So hopefully when you guys hear them, you guys will really support them, stream it, you know what I'm saying? Give people, you know, the love that they deserve, because these songs are dope, you know what I'm saying? So I got 6 for y'all this week, so let's get into this. Starting with the funky divas that started it all for the 90s R&B girl groups. I'm talking about the legendary In Vogue. Now, if you don't know about In Vogue, something is completely wrong with you. But hey, you might be new to R&B. I don't know. But if you're new to, if you don't know really much about In Vogue, I'm going to give you a taste of their classics. So I'm going to give you about a quick medley of their classics. And I'm going to start it off with this one. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Despair. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on to your love. Ooh. Hold on to your love. That was a classic. That was their first single, and it took off, and In Vogue was a force to be reckoned with. Now, this next joint is from their second album, Funky Divas, which is my favorite, that actually last year just celebrated the 25th anniversary, and I got the album on vinyl, which I was so happy to get, because that is really a monumental album for me, you know what I mean? And this is basically the, you know, the first single off the album, which I actually like better than Hold On, and I have a lot of arguments for that, because people be like, you bugging, because Hold On is it, but for me, this song is it. So here we go. Never ever gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Never ever gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Never ever gonna get it. Ooh, pop. Yes, yes. So those two is just a quick medley of In Vogue. They had so many other hits, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, they were the ones that started it off for the 90s girl group. If it wasn't for In Vogue, there would be no TLC, there would be no SWV, there would be no, you know, Destiny's Child. There would be not a lot of these groups. These, you know, these funky divas paved the way. You know what I'm saying? But recently, they just released the album about a week ago entitled Electric Cafe. And, you know, on Current R&B Bangers, I talked about 4 of the joints on the album. If it's 3 or 4, one of them. But I talked about, yeah, it was 3 of them. Deja Vu, which I love because it gave you the In Vogue harmonies. And I like, a single that they did with Raphael Saadiq, I'm Good. I was so happy that the girls were working with Raphael Saadiq. And they kind of part of the same clique a little bit because Tony was actually discovered by Thomas McElroy and Denzel Foster, who are the producers of In Vogue. So I was so happy to see that collaboration because they, you know, they know each other. You know what I'm saying? They was from the same clique. So I was so happy. And Raphael Saadiq is one of my favorite producers of all time. Actually, number 3. You know what I'm saying? So to see that, and he gave them a good song, which I'm Good, I talked about, and Rocket. Rocket is the current single. It's like in the top 10 on the R&B charts. So I'm so happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Neo wrote them a banger. He knew what to do to give it to In Vogue. The video was tight. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that in the more info box. Definitely check it out. But, you know, when I listened to the album, I was so happy for what I heard. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that come back try to, you know, get with the current sound. But it's like, In Vogue, they're legendary. Give us those harmonies that we love. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear that. And they did that for me on the album. They worked with, you know, Thomas McElroy and Denzel Foster. So they worked back with them who did Deja Vu. And they did a lot more songs on the album. I think it's an 11-track album. And I think they did like 5 or 6 of them. But you know what I'm saying? I was so happy. You know, I was definitely happy with the product. Definitely you should check it out. But the single that I feel that should be the next single is called Reach For Me. It was done by them joints. And they blessed In Vogue. And like I said, I hope this is the single after Rocket. Yo, when I listen to it at work, it's track number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I listened to the song like 4 times straight. That's how much I love the song, and I think it needs to be a single. In Vogue, if you're watching, any of y'all, this is the one. The joint is called Reach For Me, and it goes a little something like this. It's funky, man. It makes you want to move. So here we go. Reach for me, baby. I'm not far away. Woo! Yes, get your groove on. Come on, man. That joint make you groove to the left, to the right, like this. Come on. Woo! That joint feels so good, man. That's why that joint has to be a single. Them joints gave In Vogue what they needed. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little 2-step. I hope they give a nice little video for it and everything. The song is dope. I feel like that should be a single for real. In Vogue, pull out all the stops for this. A video, promo, whatever. This needs to be a single. Reach for me, y'all. But check out In Vogue's Electric Cafe. It's out on all your streaming. Go buy it. You know, really, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was a little iffy about it, but I enjoyed it because In Vogue gave me what I wanted from them. And I got that with Electric Cafe. But y'all, Reach For Me, that should be the next single. So that's the first joint on Current R&B Bangers. Now, sticking to great harmonies, these brothers is some singing dudes. And y'all know with me, with Current R&B Bangers, I am that dude that loves some singers. You know what I'm saying? And if these dudes are some singers, now listen, if y'all want some pig feet, some chillin', some pudding, some south, some all that country singing, you know what I'm saying? You definitely want to know about the Hamitones. Now, the Hamitones, they sing background for Anthony Hamilton, who is another underrated artist, you know what I'm saying? But these dudes sing background. you know, I've been checking for them because I follow Anthony Hamilton. So I've known about them for the longest. But it seems like they just started getting their shine after they did a cover of this joint. And this is kind of put the Hamitones on the map when everybody started paying attention to them. But we R&B and soul heads already knew about the Hamitones. You know what I'm saying? But here is the joint that really kind of set everything off for them mainstream wise. So y'all should know it. And it was a big banger for Drake. And they redid it. And it was huge. So listen, and here we go.
Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Used to call my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. I'm in the hotline bling. I can only be my baby.
Yeah, I had to come in and do my little yeah. I thought I was a Hamitone for a minute. I guess I'm the honorary member, okay? But anyway, yo, so they kind of got really big off that, I can say, and everybody started to take notice of them. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to that song, not to that song, but when I listen to the Hamitones, I just feel like going to Piggly Wiggly. If y'all know, that's like a southern store. And I just feel like going there, just going shopping. Just because their voices is so church southern. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you that southern vibe. Like I feel like some good soul food, like some good old pig feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love they singing. But, you know, after that, you know, they just started doing songs at the drop of a dime. Like they did Put Some Respect on it. They did Watch Out. They did Chitlins and Rice with KC. You know what I'm saying? So from Joe to C. So they did that and everybody just started loving, you know, definitely these brothers can sing. You know what I'm saying? And then they started doing songs. Like I talked about them a couple of times because they did a song with Anthony Hamilton and I talked about on Current R&B Bangers. They did a song with PJ Morton, Everything's Gonna Be Alright, which was a favorite of mine last year. And yo, the Hamitones, they just getting out there. You know what I'm saying? They getting their own brand, which I think is just so dope because they have so much talent. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony is letting them have it, and that's just so dope. Like they were just on the Stellar Awards singing with Tori Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And they did the thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that was just amazing. They just getting their shine. So I was on SoundCloud maybe about a couple of days ago. And, you know, I follow a lot of people on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is a favorite of mine. But I saw that they had a new joint with Fantasia's brother, Ricco Barrino. And I said, oh, good Lord, there's going to be some singing on that record. Because if y'all know one thing about Ricco, that brother sings. You know what I'm saying? He sings down. And the Hamitones sing. So I was like, there's going to be some singing on this record. And I was like, it must be going to be a ballad. You know what I'm saying? But then I was caught by surprise. It's an up-tempo. And the joint is dope. I love it. It's called Money Can't Buy You Love. No, I am not talking about Ralph's Transvance version. No, they did their own thing. Money Can't Buy You Love. It got a nice little vibe to it. I feel like it could definitely connect to the mainstream audience right now, and I just think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So here is Ricco Barrino and the Hamitones with Money Can't Buy You Love. And here we go. We can't buy you love, love. Can't buy you love, money can't buy you love. Buy you love, love. Woo! We can't buy you love, love. Woo! You love money can't buy you love. Ha ha! Come on. Right there, you can't tell me you do not want to drink in your hand with that record. Like, you can groove to it. It's a dope record. You know what I'm saying? And then I love how that beat come in. It's just so dope, y'all. Like, this joint is dope. I had to talk about it. It's on their SoundCloud. I'm going to put all the information in the more info box. But, yo, Money Can Buy You Love is definitely a banger. And that is the second joint on Current R&B Bangers by Ricco, Barrino, and the Hamitones. All right, we just keeping it moving. Well, since we on SoundCloud, which I try to tell y'all, that is my favorite thing to find new music on. You know what I'm saying? You can find new artists. You can just find new things, and it's just so dope that we have SoundCloud, so I can find artists to talk about on Current R&B Bangers, because it just seems like, again, that mainstream just is kind of throwing R&B to the side and kind of classifying it with hip-hop, and that's just not right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy that we have sites like, you know I Got Soul and Rated R&B, and this is R&B and Singers Room, but SoundCloud, I'm loving that we having that so people can upload their music. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just so dope. But you know, I have my SoundCloud playlist on, and you know, I'm just so hyped to be in my new place. So for me, I'm just like, everything is just making me happy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe couple of days, no, about a week ago, I had on my SoundCloud playing, you know what I'm saying, putting my records into my new, you know, entertainment system and all that good stuff. And, you know, I'm just smiling, even though I done heard about 5 or 6 bad songs, but it wasn't no problem for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's all good. So about 30 minutes later, this joint comes on, and I'm like, wait a minute, who's this? You know what I'm saying? So I go run to my phone, and it's called, his name was O'Brien, and I was like, yo, let me check this dude out, because this joint knocks, and y'all know about me, I gotta do my research on you to make sure the talent is there, because that's one thing about Current R&B Bangers. I want people to know that the people that I'm talking about has a dose of talent. You don't want it to be, you know, they sound horrible, because, you know, we got our top quote-unquote who mainstream put as R&B artists, and when you put a mic in front of them, they sound like a weasel. Like, no, we don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Or sound like straight goats. And that shade, because y'all know who I'm talking about when they say they sound like a goat. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, what I found from this was O'Brien, and he does R&B beats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find more on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep searching. But for what I got, that he does R&B beats for people. But, yo, this dude is a dope artist. Like, I found him on Facebook. You know, I found his Instagram account. It's Wearin Music. And I'm like, yo, this song is dope. Like, it needs to be heard. You know what I'm saying? So I said I had to talk about the joint. The song is called Wearin You Down. And it's deserved to be heard. And it's a dope, dope joint. I'm going to give y'all a good sample on it. And here we go. It goes a little something like this.
On every moment, turn down my invitations, oh yeah, but I keep on trying, you come around, I'm wearing you down.
Woo! Doom, 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 boom. Nice little groove, you know what I'm saying? I had to give y'all a good sample of that. Joint just sounds so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this dude needs to be heard. So I had to talk about it on Current R&B Bangers. Again, his name is O'Brien, and the song is called Wearin You Down, and I'm going to put it in the more info box. You know what I'm saying? We need joints like this where dudes is not afraid to say how they feel. Even though, you know, he's saying, I'm trying to wear you down. I'm trying to talk to you, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And I think we need more records like that. So I think that's just dope that we have, you know, artists that is not afraid to, you know, be sensitive on the record. You know, Michelle Idege Ocello, however how you pronounce her name, she was like, we don't have the Rouse anymore, and we don't have the baby faces saying, girl, I'll pay your bills, I'll pay your, we don't have that no more, because everybody wants to be rappers, and everybody don't want to get in touch with their emotions. And we need that. You know what I'm saying? That was the different styles we had in R&B. It was like you had the sensitive guy, you had the hardcore dude, but it was a balance, you know what I mean? And so I think the song is dope. Again, his name is O'Brien. I'm gonna put all the information I have in the more info box, and I'm gonna keep researching this dude. But this song deserves to be heard. So that is "Wearin You Down" by O'Brien. All right, now this next one actually caught me by surprise. My brother Sin, that I talk about often because he helps me find a lot of things on music, and he sends me stuff for current R&B bangers, and we kind of go back and forth. And I even did a video about his album Infinity. Y'all check it out. That's a plug for him. The album is dope. He put his everything into it. But Sin was like, yo, I finished watching Till Death Do Us Part. And I was like, oh, okay, how was it? You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't running to go see it. It wasn't anything that I really cared about. So he was like, oh, yeah, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, I'm listening to the soundtrack now. And he was like, yo, J-Boog had these bangers on it, and I think you should hear it. And I was like, J-Boog who? Who? And he was like, J-Boog from B2K. I was like, huh? Who? He was like, stop playing with me. He was like, you know who I'm talking about. I was like, okay, fine, just send me the records. Because I'm going to keep it real. I just wasn't, I was like, okay. Once the group broke up and Omarion went solo and Lil Fizz went solo and then J-Boog was on here and Raz B was doing whatever it is he was doing. But I'm just like, whatever. So he sent me the 2 joints. The first joint, Your Love, it gave me a vibe like a Usher left off his album, Looking for Myself. So it really didn't capture me like that. And I was like, okay, whatever, fine. But then this next one, the joint is called Let Me Know. I was like, yo, this one is a banger. And I could talk about this one on current R&B bangers. Now, even though this joint came out like 5-6 months ago, but like he always said, better late than never. Music, if it's good, it doesn't matter when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I can do a nice little 2-step off the joint. I was like, okay, J-Boog, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? But this one is called Let Me Know, and it's off the Till Death Do Us Part soundtrack, and it's a dope joint. So I said, why not talk about it on current R&B bangers? So here we go. Nice little beat to it. I don't care what y'all say. I can rock off to this joint. I was like, okay, J-Boog, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I get my nice little 2-step on. I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I was like I said, the song is 6 months old, but it's dope, and good music has no timestamp. So I think it's dope, and I wanted to talk about it on current R&B bangers. So shout out to J-Boog. You got a banger with this one. And you know, it's old, but hey, maybe you can do a video. Maybe you can put it out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think everybody should hear it. I'll put the info in the more info box so y'all can definitely check it out. So that's J-Boog with Let Me Know. All right, the next artist I actually know personally. His name is Mario Barnes, and he works with my bestie that I talk about a lot on here. I'm talking about Nikita, and she works with him, and Mario is so inspiring. I will put his story in the more info box. Like, y'all, like, he is such an inspiration for real. And you know, he actually competed on American Idol, which they did him completely dirty, but that's neither here nor there. That's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude can sing his face off, but they totally did him dirty. But that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't meant for him to be on American Idol. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, you know, he does music. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this brother get by a piano and just sing, and we need talent like that, and he's just so dope. But he just released a new joint entitled Still, and the song is for everybody. It can connect to everybody. It's so inspiring. It really touches your heart, and I swear I wish I could play the whole song because it's just so good. And for me, when you give me a good bridge and you do the bridge right, and then you go into overdrive at the end, and that's what Mario did with this record. It's just amazing. It's just an inspirational song, you know what I'm saying? But Yo, the song is called Still. It's amazing. And here we go. It goes a little something like this. Come on. Oh, I'm here. Woo! See, he about to go to the bridge. Y'all, I would love to play the whole record, but that right there, y'all need to go listen to it. It's so inspiring. And like I said, he goes from the bridge and he takes it into overdrive, and them vocals, he lets it go. I'm telling you, this song is so dope. But like I said, it's such an inspiring record. If you're ever down and need to listen to something and people don't believe in you, this is the song to go to. You know what I'm saying? And yo, check it out, y'all. It's on all social networks. You can check it out on Spotify. You can check it out on Apple Music, whatever. This song needs to be heard. We need inspiring songs, especially with the times we living in. You know what I'm saying? So I had to talk about this nice joint. It's called Still, and that's by Mario Bonds. Shout out to Mario. What's going on, brother? But alrighty. We are at the last joint. Now, the last artist, I wanted to end on an up-tempo note. Now, y'all know I talk about R&B soul not being respected, but we also have to adapt to the times. You know what I'm saying? You have to. It's, to me, I feel like a perfect music soundtrack is connecting the old with the new. And I feel like you got to embrace the new. You know what I'm saying? And try to embrace it so you can teach the young and let them go back and do their research on music. You know what I'm saying? And when that works, then I think you have a perfect soundtrack. And I think, you know, for me, a lot of this new music is good. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like on the radio, there needs to be a balance. But, like I said, you just have to adapt. And I feel like right now, this dude, Eric Bellinger, you know, a lot of people were talking about his album. Everybody was like, R&B lovers will love it. And, you know, I'm quick to be like, here we go. Everybody is talking about R&B soul lovers is going to love this album, but it's completely trap. But I'm like, wait a minute, Junior, you got to adapt to the times. You know what I'm saying? And when I listened to the album, okay, did I like every song? No. But it's still a lot of the songs kind of made me groove a little bit. I'm like, okay, I can hear this in the club, you know what I'm saying, to get my little rock on. And I felt like this joint that he has with Mace entitled Not a Love Song, it's knocks to me. It's a knocker. And I was like, yo, this joint is a nice joint. And I can, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, the current R&B bangers with this. So here is Eric Bellinger with Mace with Not a Love Song. And goes a little something like this. Here we go. I know it make me want to move, but here we go. That. Ooh. Woo. Okay. Nice little smooth groove to it. I can see myself, you know, dancing to the bar to this record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, Eric, I can rock with it. Let me get my two-step like, ha, come on. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a cool joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, was the album completely for me? I'm going to be honest. It wasn't completely for me. But I do like Not a Love Song. And I think Mace, nice little verse on it, was it's a cool swagged out joint. So I said, why not end on this record? You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. So that is Eric Bellinger and Mace with Not a Love Song. Well, those are your 6 bangers for the week. It's In Vogue with Reach For Me. The Hamitones with Ricco Barrino with Money Can't Buy You Love. O'Brien with Wearin U Down. J-Boog with Let Me Know. Mario Bonds with Still. And Eric Bellinger with Not a Love Song. See, y'all, don't let mainstream fool y'all. Please don't. R&B soul is not dying. You know what I'm saying? It's BS because I just gave y'all 6 bangers that deserves some type of shine. People need to hear it. It needs to be heard. And please, mainstream is with the BS, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all enjoyed those 6 bangers that I gave y'all. Hope to see y'all next week where I got some more R&B bangers for y'all. And I'm going to bless y'all with the R&B because, you know, here at Junior's World of Soul, I'm going to represent R&B soul the right way, unlike how mainstream radio was doing us. But hey, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But I have to end with a shout out to TV1 Unsung. Yo, that show is so needed. It tells the story of, you know, R&B artists that was really unsung and, you know, really should have got more and deserved more, but there's always a story on why, and I think that's so dope, and we need shows like that. So shout out to TV1 for doing a show like Unsung, you know what I'm saying, because there's so many legends on that, and it just tells people's story, and it gives you the insight of how really devilish the music industry is. It's crazy. But they just did an Unsung on Avant, and it was just so dope. And you know what I'm saying? It just took me back to my high school days because Avant had a run. You know what I'm saying? But the label was just not behind him on a lot of his hits. It's crazy that 2 of his classic songs, the label didn't believe. So he had to make an unofficial copy and send it to the DJs and play it. And once the DJs started playing and start getting hot in the streets, then the labels was like, oh, okay, we need to make this the single. Like, it's crazy. And actually, my favorite song from Avant is Making Good Love. I love that record. But this song right here was his biggest top, I guess, mainstream single. And it is a dope, dope record. And when you talk about Avant, you got to talk about this record. So I felt like, why not end the video with a dope joint and a classic from Avant. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. And yes, we can all sing along, because I know I will. So here we go. I can read your mind, baby. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh, what you think? It's alright. It's alright, yes. I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. It's alright. Woo! It's alright, yeah. I'm out, y'all. Peace. See y'all next week.